We knew that Offset's mother and Cardi didn't get along for a while, but we never imagined that it would result in Cardi being jumped, especially since she is currently pregnant. Word on the street is that tensions have been high since Cardi decided to not only divorce Offset but also leave him broke and heavily in debt with the IRS and a few other people. We assumed that Offset's mother was done with him and his family, but it appears that she isn't a fan of Cardi treating her precious baby boy that way, and she reportedly jumped Cardi. You know that Cardi wouldn't let something like this go unnoticed, so it appears that she is going to send Offset's mother to prison. You would think that they would keep their mouths shut on social media and at least try to pretend for the gram, right? Nope, they have been caught red-handed acting strangely toward Cardi, including his father. You all remember back in 2018 when Cardi filed for divorce from Offset because he cheated on her not long after. I swear, every time we talk about Offset's family, it becomes more and more evident that they do not like her at all. In fact, it doesn't seem like they ever liked her at all. They're either coming for her, throwing shade at her, or dragging her on social media. After birthing her daughter, Culture, Cardi attempted to hide the truth by claiming that they had just grown apart and that there was no animosity between them.
Haven't been working out between us for a long time, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like, I guess we grew out of love, but we're not together anymore.
The affair between Offset and his side piece came to light only because the woman involved took to social media, expressing deep regret over the situation. She admitted that she hadn't realized the seriousness of Offset and Cardi B's marriage. In a tearful confession, she claimed that she hadn't been involved with Offset since the birth of his child and said, "I didn't know how serious their marriage was. I've seen things and heard rumors, but it wasn't until today that I truly understood the gravity of the situation." Her remorseful tone was evident as she reflected on her actions, acknowledging that many women in her position might have boasted about their role in the affair, potentially crediting any strain it caused in Offset and Cardi's relationship. Offset, however, faced severe public backlash for his actions, particularly because the cheating scandal came to light shortly after Cardi had given birth. The timing made his betrayal all the more despicable in the eyes of fans and critics alike, who dragged him mercilessly on social media. The general consensus was that cheating on your wife so soon after she has had your child is a particularly cruel and unforgivable act. One might expect Offset's family to remain silent and perhaps even offer Cardi some support, especially considering how she had tried to protect Offset's reputation. But instead, Offset's father took to social media to harshly criticize Cardi B, accusing her of being a wicked wife for not tolerating Offset's affairs as a good wife should. He lamented the power of social media, suggesting that family matters should be kept private, but also made it clear that he believed Cardi didn't understand this, despite her efforts to shield Offset from further public humiliation. Want to take everything to social media without regard to the devastation it has on others past, present, and future, or specifically what it does to other children. My son is not innocent as he has done his share of dirt, but the whole scenario is never-ending drama session, he continued. It's a tick for hack mudslinging situation fueled by jealousy, envy, insecurities. Dynamics within Offset's family have often been fraught with tension, particularly in the wake of his public scandals, including his infidelity. Like many young adults, Offset hasn't always followed the best advice, but his situation is far from ordinary. We're talking about someone with the financial means to have whatever he wants, whenever he wants. He's a 25-year-old with limitless resources, women chasing after him, and people at his beck and call. Add to that mix a partner like Cardi B, a strong-willed, social media-savvy woman who matches or even surpasses him in terms of wealth and influence, and it's a recipe for volatile situations. This combination has led to numerous public spats and controversies, many of which could have been avoided if cooler heads had prevailed. Offset's father was not the only family member to publicly criticize Cardi B. His sister, Jeffy, also weighed in, defending Offset's behavior and blaming Cardi for the problems in their marriage. Jeffy took to Twitter to express her frustration with the public narrative, posting, "Women really be wanting you to be rich and not cheat, just irrational," she added in the comments. "They really are just mad." Her tweet suggested that Cardi's expectations of fidelity were unrealistic, especially for someone in Offset's position. Jeffy also implied that happiness is a personal responsibility, tweeting, "Why all do know, can't no one make you content but you, right?" The tension between Cardi B and Offset's family only intensified with time. In response to a tweet that read, "Cardi is a perfect example of a woman doing everything a man desires and still being mistreated. She works, is sexually open as he desires, and helps with his outside children." Jeffy dismissed these observations, replying, "Always remember that the people tweeting stuff like this, and I cannot stress this enough, do not know these people." She further questioned Cardi's motives, pointing out that Cardi had publicly claimed to be single at one point, only to act hurt when Offset's infidelity became a topic of discussion again. Jeffy continued to defend her brother, saying, "Why all going to stop narrating my brother out to be the bad guy? My boy can't ever enjoy his birthday or Christmas." She ended her series of tweets with a dismissive remark, "Y'all don't know me or them. F out my mentions, get some money, and play with some grass." Have a wonderful night. In another tweet, she criticized Cardi, saying, "Telling the internet your husband is a BA ninja is crazy. Child." The public criticism from Offset's family sparked significant backlash, leading to widespread speculation about what might be happening behind the scenes. Many fans and observers couldn't help but wonder what kind of environment Cardi B was dealing with privately, if this was how Offset's family spoke about her publicly. For a long time, Cardi remained silent, choosing not to directly address the harsh words from Offset's family members. However, a few weeks ago, she finally broke her silence and responded, specifically targeting Offset's mother. While the details of their confrontation remain unclear, it seems that something pushed Cardi over the edge. This boiling point appeared to be reached when Cardi posted a picture of their daughter, Culture, reading. Offset's mom reposted the picture with the caption, "Go Culture." This seemingly innocuous comment angered Cardi, prompting her to respond publicly. She wrote, "I grew up poor but was so." This unfinished statement hinted at deeper issues and unspoken tensions, leading fans to speculate about the full extent of the conflict. It marked a turning point in the ongoing feud between Cardi and Offset's family, suggesting that there might be more behind-the-scenes drama than anyone had previously realized. "Much love for my mom and dad's side of the family. I would not accept nothing less for my children. I would not accept fake love for my kids. My family is enough." She also went live on Instagram to read his mother fulfilled, "I will not accept fake love for my kids. Don't post my kids with that fake love. Don't try me because I'm being really." Sometimes people don't get the message when I try to handle things privately, so I'm left with no choice but to address it publicly. If I have to, I'll strike a match and set this situation ablaze. I'm done with people taking advantage of my kindness, trying to manipulate me, and gaslighting me as if I'm just going to sit here and take it. But when it comes to my children, I won't tolerate any of that. This is your warning. Stop playing with me. It's infuriating when people think they can push me around just because they see me as ghetto or too emotional. They assume they can mess with my head, but they've got me all wrong. I'm very reasonable, very understanding. But when I've had enough, that's when I'll take things live. If you think you're going to gaslight me with your nonsense, that's when I'll go public, and believe me, you'll understand me a lot better then. It's one thing to deal with individuals who refuse to hold themselves accountable, but what truly infuriates me is when they attempt to shift the responsibility onto me, particularly when it comes to my children. Let's set the record straight. I did not come from a dysfunctional background. I was fortunate to be surrounded by a large, supportive family. My mom, dad, aunts, uncles, and grandparents were all deeply involved in my life. Their unwavering presence and support were integral to my upbringing, and I expect nothing less for my own kids. It is absolutely unacceptable for anyone to think they can manipulate or criticize me when I'm fiercely protecting my children. My role as a parent is to shield them from negativity and ensure they are surrounded by people who genuinely care for them. If you find yourself unable to show the respect and affection my children deserve, then I suggest you refrain from trying to engage with them or even speaking about them. My children are not to be used as pawns in anyone's game, and they certainly don't deserve to be the subject of scrutiny from those who cannot offer them the love and care they need. To be clear, I have no problem acknowledging that my child's father is an excellent dad. He deserves recognition for his dedication and involvement. However, this acknowledgement does not extend to anyone else who might think they have a right to interfere or have a say in my children's lives. If you're not prepared to contribute positively to their well-being, then keep your distance. Currently, I am exercising patience and tolerance, but this is not a permanent state. My patience has limits, and if people continue to overstep boundaries and try to intrude upon my children's lives, they will encounter a side of me that they won't find pleasant. I am firm in my commitment to protecting my children, and if necessary, I will make it abundantly clear where I stand. Respect my boundaries and my role as a parent, or be prepared to face the consequences. The integrity of my family and the well-being of my children are my top priorities. I will go to great lengths to ensure that they are shielded from unnecessary conflict and negativity. This means standing up to anyone who threatens to disrupt their peace or question my parenting choices. It's not just about being protective, it's about ensuring that my children grow up in an environment that nurtures their happiness and development. No one has the right to make me feel as though I am overreacting when I am simply defending my family. The dynamics of my family life and the responsibilities I carry are deeply personal, and they deserve respect from everyone around me. Like I'm easy to manipulate or easy to gaslight and take accountability every time that I feel like I'm getting gaslighted or manipulated. I'm going to come in on here and show you if you don't understand in private, then I'm going to make you understand publicly. Okay, I'm nice when I want to be nice. But I'm when I have it up to here, everybody. Everyone who knows me is aware of my Libra mood, and I don't care who gets hurt, who gets angry, or anything else. I'm going to protect myself and my kids. And no, I don't want to come here. Sometimes people assume that because I'm from the ghetto, they can manipulate me in private. Okay, so you don't want to understand where I'm coming from, so I'm going to make you understand it publicly, because that's the only way I can shake your things are bad between Cardi and Offset's mother, because she has never read anyone else's work for filth like she did. And guess what? It turns out that Offset's mother is not the kind to play around. Rumor has it that she jumped Cardi at the Atlanta house that she shares with Offset, or rather that she used to share with Offset. It's wild that Cardi jumped a pregnant woman, but it looks like it may have forced Cardi to sever ties with Offset entirely because she recently announced that she is moving out of the Atlanta home. Fans are now discussing how Cardi could file a lawsuit because we all know that she is the kind. Fans said, "We need to stop cuddling these men. The in-law needs to go to prison if she is fighting on a pregnant woman." These family members will witness their son's evil ways and still be against the victim. I wouldn't want a man whose family doesn't like me because it would be too dramatic. And they all worry that their money will soon run out. Cardi B is worth considerably more than everyone she has ever been with, therefore, she should avoid him for the sake of decent people. It's a mess. But let's discuss it in the comments section and go on to the next video. Get dangerous around money they didn't earn, kid.